Welcome everybody to our Friday live. Right now, it's just me and waiting for Jim. Something was going on with his internet connection. So we're gonna get this end of the year, end of the year pod, Friday live started. As you come in, let me know you there. Add your likes, your loves, and let me know you here so I can say, what I mean, Happy New Year to everybody as you come in. Happy New Year, Pascal. How you doing today? What's going on, Pascal? Hey, Lorraine. What's going on? How you feeling?
Yo, Lorraine already put up one in.
Lorraine already know what's popping at the end of this jump. She ain't even BSing.
Yo, my shadowy super quarter look.
Life has no niche. What's going on, niche?
Yo, get those likes up for us.
What it is though, GC, what's really good? Sakina, how you feeling? How's everything? You know what I mean? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Kwanzaa, all of the good holiday stuff to everybody for whatever you celebrate. You know what I mean? We wish you peace and love and happiness into whatever you celebrate. This is just a family time. I'm glad that y'all, you know what I mean, spending time with your families no matter what y'all spending time with your families for.
So anyway, man, let's here we go. Here we go. Here we go with the algo talk.
Hold on, let's get these brothers up here.
Here we go with the algo talk.
Yeah, what's going on, Kahan? Cheating ass Vidon, what's going on? All right, now we here with this algo talk.
Lance is in the building.
Yo, Lance, and make them dance. he talking about this Solana. Listen, man.
Stop shitcoining, GC.
I'm not going to tell you to stop shitcoining.
No, have fun. No, have fun. Listen, have fun shitcoining.
During a bull run, I'm not going to tell you to stop shitcoining. But what I will tell you is to convert those earnings into something harder assets than those coins that you're making money from. Make your money and convert those into assets that are more stable. Convert those assets, man. What it is, though, Jamil, was really good. K Diggy in the house.
K Diggy, what's good? Buying algo is how I'm prepping for 2024.
Hey, listen, man, get them gains. And take them though. Don't just leave them there. They're not gains until you convert them into gains.
The problem with that is knowing when to get out and when you holding a bunch of BS. And also, anyway, man, let me stay off my soapbox, man, because I made a couple comments and people got mad at me this week when I was breaking down. But listen, man, I've been doing it for so long. Like,
yo, listen, we've both been in the deep dark.
But you see the same thing. You see the same thing.
Over the cycle happens over and over again. This is our third cycle.
Yeah,
this is our third cycle.
Yeah, but it's crazier because like when it comes to the stock, I've seen these cycles repeatedly for decades. But yeah. All right, so as y'all can see, Core is running the table today, so I'm just over here chilling.
Convert those earnings into billionaire bunkers.
Hey, listen, man, the billionaires are creating bunkers, but they're always creating bunkers, man. I love seeing news like that because it's like, yo, people use media in a nasty way. I'll just put it that way, man. They be trying to scare folks.
Yeah, it get ugly out here.
Even with the like I saw the John saying Joe Biden is creating a bunker, and you look at the permits, right? Again, stop reading headlines and look at what's actually there. He was putting up a retainer wall, man.
But they call it a bunker. Well, I mean, first of all, if he's putting up a bunker, that's fine. He's the president of the United States.
But I'm just talking about how the media is nasty, man. Like
it's nasty. It's nasty work out here for real. Yeah, no, GC not one of them. He ain't one of them.
No, he just he chasing gains. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't doing nothing that look like that
before. Cali, happy last Friday of 2023.
Yes, happy last Friday. Good evening, Cookie. Good evening. What's good?
Peace, Jose.
Jose was really good.
So, Jamal, I'm glad you asked. Top of the year in January, we'll be in the MDC doing a REIT class. It's already done. Slides is done. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, waiting to start the year off with that banger. You know what I mean? Get folks,
bang, bang, bang.
Get folks prepared.
Bang, bang, REIT gang.
I'm gonna drop some Don DeMarcos in the MDC.
Don Juan DeMarco
in January. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to my man DNA, man. That's the little homie, and he's on a new episode of Power.
Nice.
For those that watch battle rap, that's my guy. Smash that like love button. Jose is right. Please do that.
Joe Biden already has a bunker.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yo, I'm guilty of it at times too, because like my man sent me a sports article the other day, and I forgot what the crazy headline said, and I responded to him before I read the article. And then he said, "Did you read the article?" I went back, read the article, and the article had nothing to do with the headline. It was a sports thing, so it wasn't nothing serious. But I'm like, yo, it's just nasty work. Like the clickbait game is out of control.
Sad. Serious.
It's something else I realized too, right? So I know that a lot of people are on quote unquote Twitter or X. And ever since Elon started like paying creators, kind of messed the platform up a little bit. Because people are posting things just for the engagement, because the way he determines who gets paid what is based upon engagement.
So they out there doing they doing the Inquirer joint, the New York Inquirer joint.
They are out of control in terms of the stuff they post. It's more.
Listen, and then they're willing to take the lawsuits that come with them, Jones, because they already got paid and they already famous. So even if you take all the money they made from that, they famous now, so they can just put anything back out and make more money. Like so,
people I'm talking about just the regular everyday folks that pay for the blue check. Once you pay for the blue check and you get a certain level of engagement or whatever, you can apply to be paid as a creator. Folks are doing that, but for them to get paid, you need to have that engagement.
Yeah,
people are posting and doing all kinds of wild stuff on the time. Yo, it's more pun than ever. It turned nasty that way. Then you got like, just crazy stuff. Yo, people out of control with the internet anyway. I saw a junk yesterday. Main man got a $1.50 slice on his cheek, like his whole, like you could damn near see his teeth because his whole face was cut open, and he on live. Talking about, I've been in these streets. This is what you gotta expect with this street life. I'm like, yo, dog, what is going on?
What's really good with you that you out here getting sliced in the face, and you think that's
first thing you want to do is go live, right?
Yeah, like
or the other dude they've been clowning all week. The dude who went on a Target run. He got a TikTok page and he be creating what they call lifestyle content. So somebody was like, yo, you really walking out here setting the tripod up just to get the good shots to create this whole fake thing. I'll give you an example. So he's pulled into the Target parking lot, but you can actually see it. And they said, so this means that dude pulled in, set up his tripod, pulled back out, and then pulled back in to get the footage of him parking, right? Then he walks into the Target joint, but you can see him walking. But then, so he has to set his tripod up, walk into Target, walk back out, get his tripod. I mean, it's like, yo, but this is what people are doing out here.
I mean, listen, I can't fight with nobody about how they get their bread.
I know I'm not fighting either. It's just a crazy world we live in because like it's just so normalized. Like, and I sound like an old man because I don't care what nobody's doing, but certain stuff is just weird. Before we got on here, I was just watching the interview with the Joker from the Nuggets.
Oh yeah,
and he was talking the same thing. He's like, yo, stuff just too weird for him, man. He was like, when I'm done playing ball, y'all won't see me because I'm just
He getting his Tim Duncan.
Yeah, he was like, yo, I'm out of here. It's just too weird.
Yeah. I listen, none of them got to tell me because I don't even be on social media. Like anything that happened on social media, I won't know until I talk to one of y'all. Right. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I will know because I do read our group chats. I just don't participate because I don't be feeling like dealing with the fugazi mess that people be doing. Like for me personally, social media is poison. Like I just can't. It mess with my mess with my equilibrium. So I stay off of it for the very most part.
Crazy because what you realize is, you know, this is the greatest quote you ever had. People going people, right?
Yeah.
But what social media allows you to do is to see people peopling, and it's like
all the time.
Before that, I didn't know how crazy some folks were, right? Because you know, you over there, I'm over here, so I don't know that. But now I get to see everybody's crazy.
Yeah, it's off-putting for me because I'm already not a people person, and then I see people doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and that just put me more in my like, come on, man, like,
yeah,
stay away from me, like, and I don't want to get that way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go hermit crab and be off to the side somewhere because I did that, and you know, I mean, it ain't bothering me nothing to do it, but I want to be more personable than that. Like I really don't want to go all hermit crab and not be involved in none of the shenanigans that's really out here though. Like I just really want to be falling back. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't really want none of the fame. You can give me the fortune and keep the fame. You know what I mean? Like take all of the, you know, everybody can be as famous as they want as long as they leave me out of it. You know what I mean? Like, leave me out of it. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody want to cover the good deeds that we do, you know, I'm all for that. You know what I mean? Because we do a lot of good work in the communities and all of that stuff. So you might see us, you know, put out a press kit and stuff about that kind of stuff. But other than that, leave me alone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you got questions about stuff, you can hit my inbox. But besides that, you know what I mean? And you know how I get. I don't even talk to people I don't know.
Yeah, I was listening to AZ's new album, and he got a line in there. He says something like, "I just want to get money, give back, and get low." And I was like, "Damn, I relate to that."
Extra heavy, extra heavy. I relate to that. That's like,
I said, "Damn it!" You know, shout to AZ, man. It's always been one of the greats. But yo, Lorraine, that was a couple years ago. I remember that. Yeah, I was like, yo. You know, people are still not having an understanding of exactly what Bitcoin is.
Like if you can get scammed like that, and my man made a milli, that means there's a lot of people who don't understand what Bitcoin is. There's no way in hell.
I'm listening to the audio book of the Fiat Standard right now. The same, you know,
same author as the Bitcoin.
Yeah, Safadine wrote the book. Who wrote the Bitcoin Standard? But it's just interesting because one of the things that happens when we have cycles is people come after your Bitcoin. So people have always come after your Bitcoin. Security is a major
issue.
You know, component to being able to protect your value. But what's interesting is one of the things to talk about is some of the people that create shitcoins like have admitted like the reason they create shitcoins is to get people's Bitcoin, right? So what they used to do is the only way you can get such and such coin is by converting Bitcoin.
Yep.
They never had any plan or any goal with a project. They'll put out a white paper saying it's going to do XYZ, and it never does XYZ. If you go back and look at some of those projects that were out 2016, 2017, that had all
of them Jones dead.
Yo, and you see all the different roadmaps and things they gave you or what it was supposed to do, and then you go see whether it did any of that. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, they ran down on people cash in the Bitcoin stash and then ran off like the plug.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let me see. What's the next comment? Hey, Cola is in the building. Fame, worst drug known to man. Yeah.
Fame is nasty work, yo.
Yeah, man. What's the line that Fabulous got? Something about drug being we say attention being the worst drug. Crack ain't the worst drug. Attention is something like that. The Fabulous say, but
it is.
Yeah.
It's worse.
Hey, Rochelle's in the building. What's good? How are you, family? Keep people away from me. I'm cool with working from home. Yeah, working from home is you know,
That's the cheat code.
Brianna, what's good? What's good?
Hey, what's going on?
Yo, we definitely on our Core was running point guard today, man.
Yeah, I was running point, you know.
Yeah, Core running point. Sam, what's good, Sam? So GC said, still waiting on that MetaMask airdrop. Yeah, a lot of folks are. Good luck with that. The MetaMask airdrop was supposed to happen years ago, and folks was lining up for it. People have put out. This is what I'm saying. This is the shitcoinery. People that put out these whole things in order to qualify for the airdrop, you gotta go do this and set this in your settings and all that. And ain't none of that shit happen. It's all smoke and mirrors, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Someone in our Brotherhood University asked a question last night about a specific coin. He was like, yo, I got like 50,000 of these things. And I don't know why I should hold on to it. Now, what value does it have? What are they supposed to be out here doing?
If you take that cake and put it somewhere into a hard asset.
You know, I'm on my, but let everybody do their shit coining, man. It is what it is, man.
No, so I said make your money because these coins are going to go running off like the plug.
Some, and then, but that's the problem. See, here's the problem. The problem with shit coining is you really have no control, right? So it's almost like the penny stocks, right? So certain ones you don't have any control. You know how many people I talked to that had taken to the penny stock side? They bought penny stocks. Jones went up several 100%, and they think they should get out. And there's no liquidity. There's no liquidity. Half of these shit coins have no liquidity. So you think you up 300,000%, and there's nobody to sell to.
Yep.
You basically going back and forth with yourself. That's one of the problems. One of the other problems is like, yo, folks will just end the project on you.
Right? Immediately. No warnings at all.
Yeah, see, you gotta actually go through a rug pull to understand what a rug pull feels like.
Yeah, man. Yo, that's just heartbreaking because you be like, yo, listen, I've been in the deep trenches. So
yeah, Corey should be like, yo, I'm getting 17 million%. And then
that joint lasts for like 3 hours. And then 3 hours after that, I called you back like, God damn, man, I lost all my cake. Playing around in this stupid rug pool joint. Like, I was getting my brains knocked out. And the thing about it was, I was making money, but at the end, I probably made like 30% off of all the time I spent. I could have just put the money in Bitcoin and made that same 30%. I was making all of those thousands of transactions.
That is the problem, right? That right there.
The crazy part is I didn't even lose money. What I lost was time. Matter though.
Yeah,
I lost time. I lost so much time playing around with the foolery, like making all this money and then getting rug pulled on the next project and all that. I made 30% total in all of those projects. I was like, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm off that. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, so it's crazy because, that's the problem right there. I did a whole, we got a pod, right? So check out our most recent podcast. It's about ETFs. It's on our YouTube page, Facebook page. It's on all the podcast platforms. It's the most recent episode, but it's really about ETFs. And a lot of what's talked about in there still applies to this. One of the things that I'm trying to, and I talked about this last year too, but 2024, just simplifying things, man. Simplifying things. We spend too much time trying to do all these things instead of focusing on what actually brings the bacon home. You bring the bacon and then invest that. But we want to chase things, man. The lottery ticket mentality is tough, and FOMO is crazy.
It's FOMO worse than lottery ticket because FOMO had you doing way worse stuff than because lottery tickets at least you play slow. The FOMO is infinitely worse because you don't even play it slow. Like you come diving in at the wrong time, and then your money just gets spun all out of control. Like
I know FOMO is like just a terrible thing when. Here's when I realized it, just how bad FOMO is. So I know people who are, I'm not gonna put nobody's name out there. It's folks that have been on our pod. They're worth millions, right? And some of the most conservative investors that I know. When I say conservative, they ain't messing with nothing. But even a couple of them, when it was that meme stock phase that happened during the pandemic,
couldn't help themselves.
They couldn't help. Even they got into it. They was like, I got to get into this. Like. I'm like, hold up, you the most conservative
ever in the history of investors.
That FOMO was like,
it's wild, man. FOMO is out of control. Wild.
And that's the crazy part, though. People were spending all their time in life reading all these Warren Buffett books. His secret cheat code is
he never get FOMO.
Yeah, his temperament. He just don't fall for that. Like that's literally his secret sauce. Outside
his secret is that he never gets FOMO.
Yeah, outside of leveraging his name, that's his other secret sauce where he just, what I mean, but FOMO is crazy, bro. FOMO will have people doing all kinds of stuff, man.
Yeah,
So Lance is laughing about Core and his rug pull days.
My debauchery.
Yo, shout out to our brother Jay, man. Jay used to be in those trenches too, man. Jay would be down in the sewer. I mean, y'all was like down there, dog.
We was in the foxhole, bro. We was in the bottom of them bottom joints. Like,
yeah, man.
All the way in the deepest, darkest depths of absolute crypto hell. Like, we was down there underneath the devil of crypto hell. Like,
yeah, man.
We was searching out 250 million% projects and stuff. We was doing all kinds of crazy madness.
So Kev says, I've been connected to too many billionaires. It's got to happen. Kev, we got to close a deal, man. Me and Kev came close to closing some crazy big deals. Last minute things fall apart. But Kev, we got to close a deal this year, man. Let's close a deal, Kev. Yo, me and Kev close one deal. Y'all might not see me again.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever, forever.
Y'all might see me. Y'all might see me on my personal page going live doing some debauchery. I mean, like, I'll be
in like, Dubai riding the elephant.
I'm gonna be like somewhere in.
You're gonna be in Bangladesh riding the tiger.
Dog, I'm be in Soweto practicing archery while riding the cougar, like a real cougar, not a lady, a real cougar.
Out here, man, looking like He-Man. Just nothing but a grass skirt around your nuts, and riding around on a absolute madness.
Yeah, it's gonna be Zimbabwe, eating turkey burgers and M&Ms at 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Talking to the elders.
Going live.
Going live.
Pouring M&Ms in a 64. Just going crazy.
Yeah, I'm out of control of that. Yeah, I mean,
just doing stupid stuff.
Hey, what's going on, stranger? Where you been? How's things in the Shy? All right, so Max Shit. Oh, Saeed at a BC. Max Shit was in the building. What's up, Max Shit?
It is. What for all of y'all old heads? What is that name a reference to?
That show was before its time, by the way.
It was, and it was absolutely, for me, it was the better show of the two. Of the two that came out near the same, because that and the Mob show came out at the same time.
So here's what I'll say: the problem with that joint is that joint aired too long, because towards the end,
it got a little wild.
When they started,
so did the Mob joint. Like
but the Mob joint wasn't burying folks inside the walls though, dog. They was drawing like they towards the end of that. It just went crazy, yo. Kev said if we close the deal, he said Kevin who. Not laughing. Yes, it was Oz. It definitely was Oz. But yo, you gotta admit though, towards the end of Oz, they were wilding, dog. They was just
like Oz and Sopranos came out at the same time, right? And they both ran too long.
I mean, you can say that, yo, but when they start burying folks in the walls, dog, like, and then they start getting on some like mystical, like it just started doing too much, man.
Everybody be on the Sopranos. I think of those two shows, Oz was the better show.
That's an interesting debate. I don't think Oz gets his just due. Interesting debate though. What y'all think? Oz and Sopranos, what show y'all like better? So Erica says Oz was traumatizing.
It was.
Yeah, it definitely was.
To see what that life looked like, because. Like I seen all of the street, like, so the thing is, I seen all of the street life stuff because I mean I was out there. I was off the porch from the time I was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
But the jail joint, like I was like, I ain't never seen, you know what I mean? Like as much stuff as I've ever done, I've never been in the jail on that side of it. Like I've been in jails, I've been to visit family and all of that stuff, but the stuff they were showing, I was like, I've never seen anything that looks like this. Like it was crazy to me. Like basically, Oz kept me out of jail because I'm like, I'm never going to jail, bro.
I had family, right? a lot of family that went to, unfortunately. So
for sure, same thing.
I had an aunt. True story. She caught a body. She was doing time. Went to visit her. She was up Muncie, and the women in the prison, dog, were so intimidating. I'm like, hold up. This is a ladies' jail, right? What's going on? You see chicks walking through that jail. I'm like, yo, I'm getting out of here. Like, I don't want nothing to do with that. Plus, listen, man, that's why I be telling the youngsters sometimes when I talk to them, like, all y'all want to be tough. There's a place for tough guys. Y'all go over there and be tough with each other while I'm out here enjoying the fruits of my labor and eating exotic pizzas. And, give a chance to post memes and we could wake up when I want to.
Riding on a boat back and forth in the Bahamas.
I want to be around men all day, then go be tough. Like, I ain't trying to be around men all day. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm good on that, man. Like, literally, Oz kept me out of jail, man. Like, I'm looking at that like I'm never going in.
Eric is not wrong, though. It definitely was traumatizing, man. There's definitely a lot of shows that in retrospect were traumatizing. Eric, also, thank you for sharing our last podcast. It's definitely appreciated. Erica put me down with something that I didn't know, too. So, again, our last podcast was about investing in ETFs, but she talked about an ETF that she invested in, which was a Texas ETF. And I never heard of that, right? So it's too many stocks and ETFs to follow everything, right? So I'm very, in 2023, one of the things I wanted to focus on is just stop trying to be a generalist and just focus on me and what I'm doing. So there's a lot of ETFs and things I just don't know about. And I looked up what she was talking about. I'm like, damn, Texas has its own ETF. So when you get this ETF, you're
literally investing in Texas.
The companies and everything that, so I thought that was kind of dope. So, I'm always looking to learn stuff. I didn't know that. Yeah, Sam talk about Oz. Lance, you ain't listen, I'll be hosting King of the Dot rap battles or Flip Top, because shout to my guy Smack too, man. Smack is my I keep telling y'all don't believe me. Go look up Operation Battle Rap. I was
you was definitely in the trenches.
Yes, Smack is my guy.
People don't really believe we was outside because we so laid back now.
Yo, I used to post, like, and when I say post, like, so the URL has like their URL tv.tv. I used to be one of the people that post on the page. Like, he gave me the password, Smack, they gave me the password, everything. Go ahead, post, like, so that was my I was entrenched in a culture, but life goes on. But I'll be out of the country doing rap battles with King of the Dot or Flip Top or one of them.
So Big Star, who was
Big Star,
he when I went to Westchester, he lived down the hallway from me.
Yeah,
we actually won our intramural league. He was on my team when we won our intramural league.
Shout out to Big Star. Yo.
Big Star right now is
for the streets.
So he was the one who started the 2 Raw for the streets.
He pioneered all that.
And he did that while we were in college. So shout out to him.
It's funny, man, because a lot of things that come, like, within subgenres in a culture start in Philadelphia, right? And a lot of people don't recognize that or give credit for it. Gangster rap started in Philadelphia. The whole DVD era started in Philadelphia.
It did.
You know what else started in Philadelphia that folks don't even recognize? I mean, some will say, because they don't care, but Graffiti started in Philadelphia. There's a whole documentary
that I did not know.
OG's name was Cornbread.
Oh, that's a familiar name.
Look his name up. Cornbread is the first.
I'm familiar with the name. I didn't know that he was the actual originator, though.
Yeah, and he's another Philadelphia, man. So shout out to Philadelphia, because a lot of times we don't get credit. We get credit for all of our negative stuff. That's the truth.
I mean, you could say some of the stuff that we're talking about is negative stuff. Some of it, but whatever.
So I mean, let me share this real quick in case people think I'm just making stuff up on the fly. If you Google his name, right, it'll pop up here. Cornbread, American writer and graffiti artist, the world's first graffiti writer. So he's from Philly. You can look him up.
Yeah, no need to. I don't have to Google boy because I already, like I said, the name is super familiar. I didn't know he was the originator, though.
No, I got you. I was just putting it out there as we were having this conversation. So yeah, Oz was raw. As a kid, Oz was scary. So Oz was the first show that was an appointment viewing for me. That's interesting too, because
we all around the same age, though.
Like, yeah, but I don't know nobody these days. I'm thinking about it that like appointment viewing is not even a thing no more.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Sopranos, but Oz is legendary. And while my parents let me watch it,
Chaz had to be like 6 Like Oz was on in the early 2000s.
Larry, what's up, good brother? Thanks for always supporting us, good brother. We appreciate you, man, and happy New Year to you and yours as well. Adrian says that I'm a punk. I didn't watch Oz or The Wire. I'm good on that reality. I just watched the news. So Adrian, you in the shot, but The Wire, it to me, right? And I've debated this. I think The Wire is the greatest piece of TV ever, because The Wire, for some, it may have been traumatic because of what the street scenes, but The Wire is so much deeper than that. The writing in The Wire is next level. It's almost like Shakespearean. It's just the canvas they use is Baltimore, but it's a beautiful show. People going to jail now, I'll be thinking they must have lead in their water. Lead pipes need I'm gonna start telling folks that when I think somebody's crazy, I'm not gonna call them crazy no more. Say you must got lead in your water, because folks do be having lead in their water, yo. I'm still on that one, Erica. By the way, Texas said pow pow.
Hey, listen.
Only thing I gotta check about that Texas, I wonder what their expense ratio is. How do you feel about the TAN ETF? Let me look it up. Let's look up TAN. Let's look up the TAN ETF. See what the TAN ETF is about. Oh, the solar one. I've heard of this before. Someone brought it up in the MDC before.
Yeah, that's me. I'm all in the solar.
Oh, you brought that up. Okay, so it was you. I didn't realize it was you.
Yeah.
So they have a little bit of high. So here's my thing with ETFs, right? And I didn't even really mention this in the pod. I am a stickler for a low expense ratio, because folks be charging up. Yo, there's a video. I'm not going off topic because I know we all over the place tonight, but we just talking, as we end this year out. There's a video, I think it's done by the YouTube channel, and Jamal could let me know if I'm wrong, because Jamal, me and Jamal, we the YouTube gangsters out here. One of the channels I like is a guy by the name of Jake Tran, who tells documentary style videos, but he did a whole video breaking down Kathy Woods. A shout out to Kathy Woods. People know who she is. No slander, but take it how you want. But in his video, what he talked about is how she's able, he basically called her the biggest con artist in the game right now, right? So he says that people talk about SBF and they talk about all these different people that have got caught like scamming, but she kind of gets away with it because of how she structures it. He said that she has no tech background, and if you study her history, she worked for a fund before she created her own fund. Mm-hmm. Over a 10-year period, her returns were less than 1%. It was like 0.89%, right? You could beat that. Just listen, a dog could beat that, right? but he said what she mastered PowerPoints and telling stories with data that really makes no sense. He said, so what she did was she created her own fund. She gets all this money. She goes on these different platforms and talks about all these tech companies changing the world. He was like, but she has no background in tech. She knows nothing. She gets all this money pulled in. She collects her fees from managing the money. And he said that at the time of this video, her ARC fund was down like 80 to 90%. But meanwhile, she made like $250 to $300 million, right?
Off of fees.
He was like, now she's back outside creating a whole nother fund. He was like, and she's able to do this because technically she's not breaking the law. He was like, but morally, it's just like, he said, but then if you look at, like, he broke her whole thing down. The person she learned from, this is what they were doing, like her mentor in the game. But like, it was an interesting video, and you can look it up. It's by Jake Tran, but it was kind of nasty work. Starting graffiti is like starting prostitution. All right, so I don't have no problem with either one of them. People can do what they want to do, right? But I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't necessarily agree with that. But I'm gonna leave it alone, Kev.
He says you don't know where it originated. He's just saying you don't know where it originated. That's the end point of what he was trying to get to.
Okay. All right. We can, I mean, depending upon who you talk to, some people try to pinpoint who started prostitution too, but that's either here nor there.
We ain't getting into that. No, we are definitely not getting into that.
No, that'll be a whole pod by itself. Let's we'll go back and do the history of prostitution. So Kathy is the Gen X baby boomer white woman avatar. Like, you want it to be good, but it's not. Yeah, that video he broke down and he went deep into the trenches and like was going through the data, going through her history, and I was like, damn. Like, I'm not an ARK investor. Only piece of art I have is through our investment club. We got a small piece of it because somebody else had recommended we buy it, and I, but I don't have anything. And the funny thing is, when they recommended it, I told them at the time, I was like, all she did was ride Tesla's wave. That's all she really did. But yeah, it was interesting. If y'all get time, look that up on YouTube. It was a Jake Tran video. So I fell for an okie doke, but I got out of ARC with a small loss. Congratulations, because some folks lost life savings in that. And while they lost their life savings, she got caked up. Hey, Ash, what's going on, Ashley?
Hey, what's going on, Ashley?
You know what I'm saying? My mean partner. I'm a real Republican, extra white Republican on Graffiti. Stop it. Stop the selling of cans in every city. So we combated it in Philadelphia in an amazing way.
Yeah, they have programs here where they actually
what Philly started doing, and
they gave them canvases where they can do all they want,
and they started having them do murals of like Philadelphia legends, and that curbed a lot of it, and it actually turned out to be a thing.
It curved like 95% of it.
Yeah, and it actually created some beautiful art.
Yeah,
like I ride by the Dr. J joint pretty much every day. We got Grover Washington got his own mural. Will Smith got a mural. Yeah. Like Kevin Hart got a mural now.
He basically paid them to go away.
Yeah, but it also gave them an outlet. So those kids that were doing that are now getting a chance to really
show their actual artistic skill.
So that was
it's called the Mural Arts Program.
It's called the Mural Arts Program. Yep. It's part of the Anti-Graffiti Network. It's called the Mural Arts Program. But that curbed a huge percentage of it. But it was also just amazing to see how they took those talents that they was doing all kinds of craziness with.
Yep.
And now they're creating pieces of art, right? So I just thought that was interesting because they just gave him blank canvases and gave him opportunity
for it.
Yeah, so that was dope. So, but I understand that perspective. Like, yo, just stop it already. I get it. Especially as you get older. As you get older, you become more conservative. You just stop everything.
Yeah, cut it out.
Let's see. Get down to these comments. ARC funds don't justify the fees. And Pascal, that's part of the issue, right? Part of the issue is her fees, but she is raking in the fees. So she's killing it. The only ARC I will buy is Cyber ARC stock. So, not investment advice. I am not giving anybody investment advice. But what I would do in a situation like that is I would go into her prospectus, see what company she invests in her Cyber ARC fund. I would go to M1. I would set up a pod. Put all those same companies at the same percentage. And now I ain't got to pay Kathy.
At all. Nothing. Pay her no mind.
But see, now people will say, well, why wouldn't you do the same thing for, say the S&P or some of the other ones? Because, let me answer that question. The reason is I like the self-cleansing ability of the S&P. If most investors just bought the S&P, they'd be better off. But people won't do that. And, to be honest, for those of us that understand the math, it actually helps us that people do the nonsense they do.
Yep.
Because you add liquidity to the market. That's the thing. A lot of people are just liquidity. You're walking liquidity because you're chasing this, that, and the third. You're just walking liquidity. And that includes crypto. That includes stocks. You're just walking liquidity. That's got to be better than being in a Hall of Fame. That's debatable, right? So having a mural is cool and all that, right? Statues is dope too, though. So you got the statues too. That's a thing. But I don't know. Because the Hall of Fame is
because they paint over the murals every few years, so you're only famous for X amount of time.
But certain folks like Dr. J's Jones been.
He's not going anywhere.
Like 20, 30 years.
Dr. J, Patti LaBelle, they Will Smith, they did a gang of people.
Yeah. So it's like those folks ain't never going nowhere. But the Hall of Fame is something different. The Hall of Fame, you kind of exist forever.
Yeah.
Cyber ARC is a cybersecurity stock. Okay. Yeah, I'm cool on that too, though. All right, check my text. Will do, Kev. Will do. You send me the WhatsApp or actual text? But I got you, though. Either way, I got you. Yeah, man. So going into 2024, man, we got a lot of
tell us what y'all what the plan is for 2024, some of y'all. Like what is part of the plan? You don't gotta tell us, the deep, dark parts of the plan, but tell us what the plan is.
I want to send a special shout out to our brother Jose, man, because Jose when you talk about like, so we have an amazing community of folks that that rock with us, that help us. Like that's the thing about like the internet and the platform that we've been able to build. I'm so appreciative, right? So I was talking to some folks who are other creatives, and I was telling them like I was talking about like our YouTube page. I was like, yo, I'm trying to get to 7K. We had like 67 or whatever. I was like, the goal for 2024 is hit the 10K. I'm trying to hit 10K on YouTube. So, but I said, but the thing that I realized is, the quality of folk that we have within our community is just a different level, because I know people that have millions of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and they're not able to build relationships and actually build bonds with the folks that are a part of their community. This brother Jose, man, I want to give him a special shout out because for one, he volunteers and helps us in our camp. He's not the only one. Dawn does too. You know what I mean? Brianna volunteers. So we have a lot of folks, but he's one of the folks that steps up,
Lance
helps us with our camp. Lance as well. Jose comes on our Friday show and donates sometimes to do our giveaway, right? That's all appreciated. This past week, so as we go into 2024, let's talk about 2024 because it's part of this conversation. We're trying to get more active in the community. So not really on the business building side of, you know, doing these things, but trying to do more community work, right? We still are focused on returning citizens. We're focused on the youth, but it's trying to do more stuff. And some of the things that we come across, I had a bank approach us, and a bank just wants to literally like
fund the program,
just fund any program, right? And one of the things they asked for was like a media kit. And I'm like, dog, I'm not into this business. I'm not in the media business. I'm a real estate guy. I said, I don't know nothing about a media kit. So I put out a call like, yo, I need someone that can just point me in the direction of someone that creates media kits. I know you can do it on Canva, blah, blah, blah. Jose sent me a message like, yo, send me the data. I got you. I'm like, wow. Just like that. Yeah. Like, he ain't asked for a check. He ain't asked for nothing. He was like, yo, this what you doing in the community? Send me the information. I got it. And I'm just like, yo, that right there is
tells you everything you need to know about what we do.
But also
about what he does.
So it says a lot about this brother too. So I just want to acknowledge him on our platform and tell him that he's appreciated, man.
So the thing about it is, right, people be looking at numbers and making it, you know, about numbers, right? And here's the number that counts for me. When we ask for something from our community, 100% of the time does it get answered. That's the number that counts for me. There's not been one time that we've asked for something from our community and we haven't gotten a response.
So Jose, just know, Jose, you appreciate it, good brother. And you know,
every single time.
And I'm going to finish getting that data to you because we definitely need that as we start to build in 2024. But in this comment, he talks about the PBS. PBS did like a doc on it, brother. You know, Cornbread from Philly. So shout out to Cornbread. Healthcare, industrials, tech, cybersecurities for 2024. See a lot of cybersecurity. I mean, that's the future, though. I mean, you got to do.
Yeah,
maybe not. Hey, Kev, man, that's Fugazi, man. You know I slandered my phone. I got the newest phones on both platforms. You talk about iPhone 15 and, you know what I mean, Galaxy S23 Ultra. I got both. Send them through WhatsApp, though. I hate text messages in general. I hate iMessage. I hate Samsung messages. I'm a WhatsApp boy. Send it through WhatsApp.
WhatsApp or Signal.
Yeah. Have you guys discussed Obama's film Leave the World Behind and your thoughts? I did watch it.
I have not seen it.
So here's the thing, right? As I watched it, I got to be completely honest. And I got to the end of it, I was like, they got to give me my time back. Like, I wanted to rumble Barry, you know, and no shots. Don't in my computer or send the folks after me, but I wanted to rumble somebody. And then I start getting online and I see people go these deep dives, man. And it's like, yo, in 2023, people will big up, defend, or slander anything just based upon who they like. So that's just what it is. I call it the Vince McMahon effect on the entire world. Somehow the world is turned into wrestling. Like politics isn't about facts anymore. It's about who team you're on. Art, even art. People judge art based upon who they like.
Yo, I gotta use that. The Vince McMahon effect, yo.
It's the Vince McMahon effect, man. It's the Vince McMahon effect of the world. Everything is turned into wrestling. Who's your favorite? I ain't
gonna lie, man. They had some of the best. Like, it was the best tele soap opera in history. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely was a male soap opera, man.
It was the best male soap opera. Like, I was so invested in wrestling when I was a kid. Like, it was just absolutely unbelievable how invested I was in wrestling. Like, I was so invested in wrestling that I broke one of my best friend's arm, like trying to play out one of the scenes from the wrestling film.
When you were into wrestling heavy as a kid, who was your favorite?
JYD.
Really?
Junkyard Dog.
Yeah. I couldn't stand JYD, dog.
I'm just saying, you know,
I get it. I get it.
Like, I didn't know Samoans and those people were black, so I just like the black wrestling.
I get it.
You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't know all of those.
Who was a complete bum, but I was still a fan, was Coco Beware, and he wasn't even that good. But
he wasn't that good either.
I'm gonna tell you what it was about JYD. I ain't like the black man on the ground barking like that. That used to just
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I like Jimmy Superfly Snooker because his name was Jimmy. That was one. But
and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was my other. He was my other favorite. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Yeah.
And so those were my two favorite as a kid. And how I broke my friend's arm is I was trying to do the Ricky the Dragon super kick, and he put his arm up to block it. And broke his arm.
I think I was a young boy, man, when my man Jimmy Snooker went to Piper's Pit and got his head cracked.
Yo,
I think I might have cried when that happened, man.
So yeah, my wrestling days, like, I ain't realize you ain't supposed to do that with shoes on, like, you know what I mean, regular shoes, and broke my man arm.
Listen, man, I remember when I was a kid, here's a true story. And I found out that wrestling was kind of fugazi and it broke my heart. I was in Atlantic City on a boardwalk. And it was like Hacksaw Jim Duggan was supposed to fight like Big John Studd. Wild name in retrospect. Paulson. But it was supposed to be Rumbling or something. And I saw them on the boardwalk. And they was like best of friends. And I was staring like, no, y'all hate each other. What y'all doing?
Enemies.
Like, what we doing here? Like, yeah.
Y'all are sworn enemies. Why are you talking to each other?
Yeah, what's going on here? I was confused.
Tony the Body.
I was my grandfather. He was like, "You idiot! That's all fake." I'm like, "What? Like, what you mean?"
He's like, "Go at your grandpa grill." Like, hold up.
What you mean? Let's get back to Ant's comment though, because Ant, I like Ant's comment. Eliminate total debt or 60% at the least. Increase my income outside of my career. Position myself to buy this Texas real estate. Ant just laid out the blueprint that's the millionaire blueprint right there.
That's the win ratio blueprint right there.
Because the fact is, if you're able to do this is how you get millions and not chase lottery tickets.
Lack of debt,
increase your income, right?
And then buy appreciating assets.
Boom. Ant laid the blueprint out for you, man. So, man, we got to check back in with you to see how you're doing along your journey, man. We got to be accountability partners here, man. But that sounds like an amazing plan. All right, Kev. So Kev's going to shoot me that message. Jose, you already know what it is. I've been historically hard-headed. So 2024 is about discipline and execution. Man.
Damn, to say historically hard-headed? Yeah, that's like, damn, how hard-headed do you have to be?
She ain't saying just hard-headed.
Historically hard-headed. Like, damn, man.
Historically hard-headed.
That is a crazy qualifier for hard-headed. Like, damn. Like, how hard-headed do you have to be historically hard-headed?
So Jose said he's watched the movie twice and he's still a tad lost, but it was I'm shocked you got the the gumption to go rewatch it, because I don't know how you did that. Jose's good people's for real. Absolutely, he is.
100%.
Have 3 sources of revenue and own some land in 2024. Okay, you hear that, Chip?
That's a good blueprint.
There we go. Maintain better habits. True. Yeah, that's my 2024, man. I think my whole 2024 is about health.
Just getting
healthy. Really about health. I've already spent some money on my health. Like, I hired a nutritionist and all this kind of stuff. So I've been meeting with my nutritionist, like, every month.
They got you off that ugly ass that ugly ass chicken that you eat.
All right, gotta keep it honest. I haven't been going as much, right? Because my nutritionist is getting my life together. But it's funny though, just having conversations with a nutritionist. How ignorant you
don't know.
Yes. It's like I've spent my entire adult life studying economics, money, and real estate. Like, so, but it's like how ignorant I am to certain things. And I'm not even gonna put some of it out there because y'all gonna be like, how did you not know that, dog? I grew up in a household where, my mom was whole thing was working and making sure we ate. She didn't know about certain vegetables or, this is too much sugar or bread is sugar, like all these different things that I'm learning now as an adult. And it's like, damn, I'm dumb as hell. I just been, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, so that's something I've already started towards the end of 2023, but I'm a really hyper focused in there. So when y'all see me summer 2024, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll start doing weight loss content on my page and fitness content. I'm
about to drop this out here with his titties out.
I told Malik that's
summer 2024, Jim out here with his titties out. You know what happened.
I'm setting the fitness funnel up for 2024, man. No, but all jokes aside though, dog, like it's just like I've never felt more ignorant. You know what I mean? Like, because my focus that's never been my focus. Like, but and that's the other thing too. Now that I'm kind of, what's the term? I'm coast-fi now. Like if you're in the fi community, you know what that means. I'm coast-fi. So now I'm sitting there thinking like I got to improve other parts of my life. Anyway, but I thought about that as Lance says, maintain better habits, because that's what I'm working on now. I'm a work in progress though, y'all. But when y'all see the fitness funnel come out summer 2024, y'all gonna know why. Throwing more money in the market, but we'll also be going heavy into cash for the next 18 months before his first retirement. My man said first retirement. Yo, Don be out here getting to it, man.
Yeah,
yo, Don is my guy. I love following Don all across the internet because Don is my guy, man. Say garbage. Hey, cut it out, man. Worst dance scene ever. Yo, he's calling a movie garbage. But yo, worst dance scene ever. Yo, I had secondhand embarrassment watching her dance.
Who?
The chick on that movie. It was a dance scene, Julia Roberts, and she was dancing, and I'm sitting there like, it was like secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, I never.
Movie was whack, ending was worse. He said his was Junkyard Dog and Dusty Rose, The American Dream.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. When you watch wrestling clips now as an adult, you realize like, Dusty Rhodes was supposed to represent the blue collar worker. We had the flamboyant Gold Dust. We had a dude who represented the IRS. Remember Erwin R. Shyster?
Yes, Erwin R. Shyster.
I'm like, they was out here just putting people to represent different parts of our world.
Yo, they had the $1 Million Man.
The $1 Million Man with Virgil.
So yeah, my man had a butler to bring him into the ring. Wrestling was wild, dog. My man had a butler.
What is the white boy who used to wear the dashiki and do like he used to dance like he was an African, but he was a white boy? Oh my God. Yo, if somebody know what I'm talking about, let me know. It was a white dude. And he used to literally wear dashiki and come out. He was Vince McMahon was out of control. Some of the stuff he would never get away with these days.
Yeah.
Never. Memphis gave birth to most of those wrestlers. Interesting. So Memphis is the place. I thought Minnesota was like where the wrestlers came from. Oh, they came to Memphis to cut their teeth. Okay, got you. Triple H and Shawn Michaels. That's how I know Don is a little younger than us. Not too young, but a little younger than us. Because that was a generation
after the hottest thing in the streets. They was the hottest thing in the streets for a minute.
Oh, listen, I watched the Attitude Era. Don't get it twisted. DX.
That's when I got out.
NWO.
Like, at the D Generation X, I was out.
You said after though.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior fan. We are the nation of domination. All right, so Kev is older than us because Kev just said Tony Atlas.
Yo, Tony the Body Atlas.
No, Tony's before my time. I know who he is, but his prime was...
That was my uncle's favorite wrestler, so...
That's what I'm saying.
That was my uncle's favorite wrestler, so...
All right, I was just saying how technically boys were into fashion just like girls and Barbies. One wrestling figure is worth more than the next based on this shirt or jacket.
All facts.
Interesting. Yeah, it said Rock, Austin, Undertaker, Eddie Guerrero. Oh, Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero. That was my guy.
All right, we gotta give Don a salute. Let's everybody congratulate Don. Don said he just went debt-free a few days ago. That's an amazing. Yo, Don said I'm getting out of 2023 before the ish hit the fan. I don't want to owe nobody nothing.
Yeah, get out my pockets.
Yeah, you know, Don. One of the things I saw in Don's group, I see a lot of common questions. One of the common questions people have is when they do have debt and they want to invest, should they pay their debt off first and then invest, or what's the strategy with that? And to be honest with you, there is no one answer. So many variables go into that. But I love to see that my brother Don got out of debt. And I know Don was investing while he was paying his debt off. He did a hybrid approach. Absolutely, and absolutely. So Lance said it's sick, dog. Trying to be disciplined. Like, she been working on it a long time, man. But listen, you got it together now, Lance. We gonna hold you accountable. Work on clearing debt, keep my health steady, cook at least 4 times a week, increase my current long-term positions quarterly, travel more. Yeah, Jose. I think we on the same page, man. I gotta get out more. I gotta work on learning to cook too. Like, step my cook game up.
See, now I'll tell people I can't cook because I don't like to cook for people that for real, but I burn, bro.
Okay. Y'all heard that, right? Shout to the mothers that make it happen. Absolutely.
Because if I say I can't cook, my wife will tell y'all I'm a liar. Because I cook all.
Yeah.
She snitch. She a snitch.
What's good? What's good, family? Oh yeah. Listen, man. Once I get summer 2024 about to be nasty.
He gonna be out here like Ross with his, what I mean?
Listen, I'm dropping the fitness funnel coming 2024. Yeah? You about to be a fitness influencer, dog. Hey, listen.
Jim out here.
Hold Don. Let me ask you this question, dog. If the fitness dudes can get into finance now, I see them selling shitcoins and real estate
all over
in Arabia. So why can't I? You know what I mean? Like what we doing? He said, "Cut the bread. Watch what happens." I mean, so that's part of what I'm learning is how to have a more balanced approach to that too. But like I said, I spent some money on trying to get my health together, man. We'll see. Learn out loud for 2024. Ooh, learn out loud. I'm laughing at Lance. She said, "Hold on." First, she said, "Congrats, time." Lance said, "I'm going to drop an OF on summer 20."
I'm telling you, man. Listen.
Times ain't that hard. Times is not that hard. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just dropping the funnel, man. You know what I'm saying? But Repo Man.
Yeah, that was a wrestler.
Yeah. Jamal, what you know about ECW though? I went down South Philly and saw that live one time and thought, I was like, yo, what is going on?
Yeah, they was doing tables, ladders, and chairs. They was the beginning of that.
Bray Wyatt's relative was one of the okay, got you. He said the Iron Sheik.
Damn, he took it all the way
Sheiky.
I remember when Iron Sheik beat Hulk Hogan and I was distraught, bro. I was like 6 years old. And I was watching, they used to have the Saturday night wrestling, John, where they used to come on NBC. I remember this, John, because I was heartbroken because I thought Hogan was like the American dream, and I still believe in that.
You thought the country was about to end.
Yeah. And then Iron Sheik put him in the hole where he holds your chin and rides you like a camel. And I was like, oh, man, like, hold up. He lost.
Yeah. Yeah, so I remember Iron Sheik was a tag team champ with Nikolai Volkov.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right, so now you think about they had, first of all, they had him like he was supposed to be like an Arab guy. I think he was really Iranian, but anyway, so they had him with Nikolai Volkov, who was supposed to represent Russia, and Hulk Hogan was the USA. I was like, Vince is really out here.
Yeah, he was out here doing it all.
Yeah. Andre the Giant was like catching Snuffle. Yeah, man. That's a great documentary on him, too. I think it's on Max. Hate saying Max. I want to say HBO. Congratulations. That's it. That's it right there. That's it. Akeem the African Dream. That was his other name. One Man Gang. Yo, Akeem the African Dream used to come out.
White boy, though.
I knew somebody would know, yo. I got to see if I can find a clip of this, yo. I think I'm not joking, yo. Akeem, he can never get away with this, yo. How did Vince put this on TV, yo? Yo, hold up. I just want to see his ring entrance real quick. It's so racist, yo.
Disrespectful racist.
It's so racist. Let me see if this one shows his yeah, here we go. So I want y'all to see this dude's ring entrance. Vince is never getting away with this in 2024, yo. That's all I'm saying.
Soon as he put the name up, I was like, yep, that's the boy.
All right. I want you to watch this video real quick, Core.
You ain't got to tell me. I remember, boy.
You know, McMahon, watching the King dance, I realized there's even hope for you. If Slick can make a dancer out of Akeem, he can even do it for you.
My man got on a white boy in a dashiki, man.
Look like dancing.
And forevermore, he will be known as Akeem. pretty drastic footwork for a big man. I like the hat. What do they call that, McMahon?
All right, so I'm gonna stop here because it's straight coonery. But yo, he was wearing a dashiki, dancing in the ring, calling
himself. He was wearing like a Mason's hat. Like my man
was Akeem, the African Dream. Vince was out of control.
Yeah, he was doing the absolute most.
Side note: WWE is on the market now, right? Are they still on the stock market? I know they was doing that merger with UFC. Whatever happened to them?
Oh yeah, they still on the market.
They still trade independently. Okay.
Yeah.
Pay debt and invest too.
Can't beat that. Stone
Cold Steve Austin. Yeah.
That's a lot of people's favorite wrestler.
So here's Don's perspective. The market is where I got the money to pay the debt.
There you go.
Congrats to Don. Congrats. Akeem, the African Dream, yo. Who knew that we would jump on this show today and that he would come up as a topic, but it is what it is. Ty's Conscious Kitchen taught me how to make my own sugar and a whole bunch of other things. You got, never heard of that. Is that YouTube? Howie?
Probably.
Can y'all tell us when y'all started making $100K a year, how did y'all balance y'all checks, say 65 per 100? All right, so for me, I had set up a strategy. By the time I started having 6-figure years, my system was set up. And I use, it's technically, some people call it the bucket method, where when I get a check in, I have somewhere I have separate buckets that everything goes to, right? Whether that bucket is savings for bills, I have variable and fixed expenses. So if I have anything left in that account when a check comes in, then I'm doing something wrong. So I either have to increase savings or something's going on. But there's a place for every line item to go to. So the first thing is just to take the time to literally write out all of your bills, right? What's the fixed expense? What's the variable expense? And, like Core tells the babies every summer, the first expense you want to have is yourself, your savings.
Yeah. Nobody should be working for free.
Yeah. And you do this post taxes. Because what I found was a lot of people, when you sit down with them and they start writing stuff out, they start realizing like, yo, my bills are more than I make, right? You know what I mean? But so I think that those strategies apply whether you're making 50 or 100. But the key is to figure out, first off, if you have any sort of deferred comp or anything like that, to figure out what's the most you can put in there without affecting your life. You still want to be able to pay your bills. But for me, the bucket method, what I call it is the bucket method, is what works for me. Yeah, figuring out what all those buckets
don't do what I did when I make 6 figures. Just don't do it. Like I didn't do nothing right. So don't be me. Be better than me. I didn't do anything right except for invest. So I have what I did. I did do something right. So the first thing I did when I got my first 6 figures check is I bought property. So I have things. The first time, anytime I get a big check, the first thing I do is go buy something that's an appreciating asset.
So that to me, when if I had to break down all the different tips, tricks, strategies that people give you as it pertains to personal finance, the best piece of advice I ever received was to pay yourself first and to really understand what it means to pay yourself first. Because we all go through phases where you blow money. But as long as you pay yourself first, right, you'll always have something. So I've made bad decisions throughout my journey, but the one thing I've always done is put aside something small out of every dime I get. I don't care whether it's commission from selling the property, whether it's from flipping the property, whether it's a paycheck for doing like somebody I work with or for. I've always been good at putting something to the side. So that has to come first. But for me, the bucket method, and you have to figure out what those buckets will be for you. One strategy I use, honestly, is I use Ally for a lot of things, right? And I'm not promoting them. They don't cut checks, just being honest. Ally allows you to set up an account and then create buckets within that one account. And that's dope. Anybody have Ally, you know what I'm talking about. So you can have one account and set up multiple buckets. So you can have a bucket for taxes, a bucket for insurance, you can have as many buckets as you want to. You can have a bucket like if you're saving for something. There's nothing better than when you know you have like an expense and you've been putting up for it all year. And I had to pay an expense today. It's a membership to an organization, IAAO, that I belong to. It's an annual membership I pay. It's like $300 a year or something. But I've been putting up for that since last January. So now when the bill I had to pay before the 31st of the year, it's already there. But because I'm me,
you ain't had to go looking for it and scrambling for the money.
Here's how I draw, Core. Because I'm me, here's how I draw. I draw by moving the money from Ally to my Fold card, then paying on Fold so I can get the Sats back. But anyway, so Ant, to answer your question, Ant, for me, the answer to me would be the bucket method. Figure out what those buckets are and just be strategic with it. Be very strategic with it. So Lance says, since taking a break on Facebook, I've been in my kitchen like a Michelin star chef. Okay. All right. So Lance about to drop, you know what I mean? The cookbook.
Yeah, drop the cookbook, Lance.
I used to have to wait 1 a.m. on a Friday to catch the ECW in the 90s. Oh, yeah, ECW was that work.
But like a loyal addict, I did it. I'm Ed Johnson. He was another one.
I just watched the documentary on the Iron Sheik.
Yeah, she's a lot of people's favorite wrestler too.
Yeah, man. Master trading, travel, increase health and income. All right, Monique. Sounds like a plan. Let's get it. Documentary on Macho Man was fire. I don't know if I saw that one. Is it a new one, Khan? You got to share your screen. Gotta look. Yeah, I did. Yo, that was absolutely insanity. ECW, Raven, Francine, Sandman, Gangster, Sabu. What about Taz?
Raven was wild too. That was a wild character, yo.
Y'all remember Taz? Y'all mess with Taz? Y'all remember the wrestler that died when he tried to come down from the ceiling?
That was a Hart brother. It was one of them Hart brothers.
Yeah. Muhammad Hassan and the Undertaker terrorist scene. Oh, y'all got. So now you're gonna have me on YouTube all night looking up these joints laughing. TKO now. No, they are TKO.
Okay, so they're not WWE on the market no more.
Okay. But so now the TKO symbol, does that represent both them and UFC?
Yeah, that's all of them together.
That's a dope ticker, by the way. I gotta give them credit for that. That's a fly ticker.
It is.
I hate some of these companies' tickers, yo. Like y'all ain't put no. I like when people put thought into their ticker. Like people just be like, whatever, man. Like you know what I mean. Like we just take the first 3 letters of our company. No, it's trash, man. Put some thought into your ticker, man.
That ticker is fire.
The Rock was my guy. WWE is not okay. The merger with UFC. All right, that's what it is now. I know that joint have ran up there summer we was teaching the kids, and they was like, "Yo, I want to invest in WWE." So we started watching it, and that joint went crazy.
That joint went from
all right. He's on YouTube. I'm gonna take a look at
$17. It went from $17 to $86 that summer.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. How I appreciate that. They just had their highest grossing live event ever. Damn. So here's the method Crystal uses: 50, 30, 20 method. To get back to Ant's question. All right, so I grew up on the Von Erichs, Junkyard Dog, Ricky Steamboat, Dusty Rhodes, the British Bulldog. Because I'm from Chicago, the Road Warriors. This is an exhaustive list.
This is not an exhaustive list.
Oh, it's not not an exhaustive. Okay, I was laughing at the Road Warriors. I was like, I remember people used to like get mad when Demolition came out because of the Road Warriors. They thought they was bootleg Road Warriors.
They was.
I did a bunch of advertising attempting to be a big shot. Don't be a big shot.
Man.
Hey, listen, man, all about strategy. PNC has the same type of account, but they call it a virtual wallet. Okay. Yeah, I don't think with PNC. Didn't know they had that, but that's dope. All right, so there's another opportunity right there. Said awesome advice might be a clip right there. Appreciate that. Ant looking out for the micro content. Shout to Ant. Yeah, man. I looked for Lance last week because I hadn't seen her. Lance behind. Lance pop up every once in a while, man. Lance getting too much money. It's on YouTube. All right, appreciate that. So Kahan's familiar with it too. Ferrari's ticker is race. Yeah, man, we gotta. These companies gotta put better tickers. I like that one. They gave Logan Paul the U.S. champ yesterday, trying to get that. SoFi accounts also have buckets. Okay,
they all get into the game.
That's the wave now. But that's a good thing though. That's a good thing.
It is.
So all right, this is gonna sound crazy. So one of the things I do now is I have. I was telling this to somebody the other day. Who the hell was I talking to? It was somebody in our circle. But I was telling them after testing so many Bitcoin only wallets, I found my favorite wallet. I did a video on it. It's on our YouTube channel. It's called the Foundation Passport. And one of the reasons I like their wallet is because it allows you to have kind of buckets. So I can literally, Bitcoin is a savings technology, right? So it's like saving cash, but you're putting it in an alternative asset, but it's a currency. So it allows me to have multiple buckets. So even if I'm saving for something, instead of saving it in cash, I can put it in Bitcoin. So that's one of the reasons I like that. Check out that video if you get a chance. It's called the Foundation Passport. It's the latest money grab. Yeah, that's the thing now. Do y'all mess with monthly dividend stocks?
We personally have one.
So I currently don't have any. I have done them in the past.
We don't have. We got the one in our By the Hood growth account.
We do. We have O, and so By the Hood has his own investments, and we do own O. You're right. But I used to have in my personal portfolio. My portfolio is mainly ETFs at this point. But the reason that I stopped doing a lot of them was math. Really, after a couple of years, I start taking a look at them, and I'm looking at what they're paying and the growth. There was no growth, so you get a little bit of the dividends back. But so I have a love-hate relationship with dividends, right? Because a lot of people focus specifically on dividends, and I understand why. But I think the market overall has changed, right? So some of the advice and some of the strategies that people have used forever, they do work still, but we're in a different time and place. So if you look at the dividends back in the day, let's just say when before the oil companies got broken up, right? With Rockefeller. Rockefeller was paying out like a 30% dividend, right? So people were investing with certain companies to get these huge dividends to live off of. That you can't really do that these days. And what you have to watch is if you do math over a period of time and you say, okay, well, I'm getting this dividend. And let's just use Amazon as an example on the other side. Amazon doesn't pay a dividend. But would I have been better off owning a high dividend company over the last 10 years or owning Amazon? We're getting
It's only 2 or 3 high dividend companies. There's only 1 or 2 dividend companies you would have been better holding than Amazon. And those companies are the same size as Amazon, like Microsoft and Apple. Like those are the only
dividends aren't even that strong, right? They're not even that strong. So what I'm saying is, just using that example, most of the high dividend companies, I'm better off not getting them. It's one of the reasons why when you look at Berkshire, they don't pay a dividend. Because the idea is if I can get my money through growth, and then you bring another variable into play, and this is the thing about investing. Everybody's situation is different. A lot of things matter. But if you start getting into the 6-figure and higher incomes, you have to look at taxes different than you do if you're making 40, 50,000. Your tax situation is what it is. You start looking at taxes. I would rather have mine via growth than dividend because I got to pay taxes on these dividends.
Yep.
So if I'm getting $15,000, $20,000 a year in dividends, I got to pay taxes on that. But if I'm getting $15,000, $20,000 in growth, I don't pay any taxes. Until you sell. But then do you even sell? You start doing, and this is why Elizabeth Warren is so pissed, because the idea of unrealized gains, they're going to start attacking that, because now that companies realize like, yo, the dividend is kind of overrated. I'd rather put it into growth. You could do what Elon did. When Elon bought X, Twitter, he didn't come out of pocket with no cash.
Yeah, he just sold his shares
as collateral. So the idea of an unrealized gain is that you don't get the benefit from that gain, therefore it's not taxed. But now if I'm able to leverage that to borrow, but because it's borrowed money,
you don't pay taxes.
Technically, you don't pay taxes because it's borrowed money, but I'm still able to kind of benefit from that gain, right? Go around this long whole thing to say, I've been, just in my own brain doing math, writing models and thinking. It's like, yo, the more I do that, the further I'm getting away from high dividend and monthly dividend things. I'd rather the growth. So that's a personal thing, right? Everybody has to do what works for them, but it comes from studying and actually doing the math.
But and the thing is, right? You some people use it for accumulation, right? Which is nothing wrong with that, right? When you do the accumulation model, most of your people who are most millionaires are people who put money into their savings and retirement accounts, right? And they got some growth companies in there, but a lot of that is, dividends over time paying out because, there are some models that say 75% of the money made in the market was through dividends.
But that's a different market, though, and that's what I'm saying.
And that's a different market.
Time, a whole different thing, because those stats exist, but those stats are based on a completely different market. When you look at those stats, right, and you start, and
those stats are from like 1960 to.
I'm not even trying to nerd out, right? But when you look at those stats, they come from a different time. When companies used to go public, you had to be a profitable company, right? You got companies now that have never made a profit, and they're billion-dollar companies. Then they don't make any money. We're just living in a different time, and the metrics that you have to use in 2020, we're going into 2024, are a little bit different. But what I will say is, what we got to start doing is we got to start doing our math. And I don't care whether we're talking about the stock market or real estate or even cryptocurrency, any of these asset classes, because one of the things I recognize just through the conversations within our circle every day is most people don't do the math. And what I mean by that is you get a lot of this in real estate where people be like, yo, I own 10 properties. And I'm like, okay, so how much are you cash flowing a month? And they start doing the math and realizing like, yo,
nothing.
You won't make no money. So now you got to hope for appreciation. You hope your taxes don't go up. You hope your insurance is not raised, right? So we got to actually start doing the math. And so as it pertains to dividends, really do the math and do a cost benefit analysis, right? Another reason why I like ETFs. So, I kind of get the best of both worlds. But great question, Ant. You sent me off on a tangent, but I appreciate it.
That's not a tangent, though. Telling people to do math is not a tangent.
Math is everything, right? What's the Chris Rock quote? I use it in our class. Like he said, there's math and in life, there's math and everything else is debatable.
Everything else is debatable.
Stag is a good monthly dividend stock.
It doesn't grow.
REITs are great for retirement accounts.
They are.
Yeah, y'all really change how I invest. I no longer care to follow the 2, 3, 4, 4. Yeah, so Crystal, thank you for that.
Appreciate that.
I'm gonna freeze this real quick. This might, I'm saying, little. Let me act like I'm teaching though. All right, so now I can post it on social media. I could look like I could fraud like the dudes that be on TikTok walking around Target now, like I'm really saying something profound. But I appreciate that, Crystal. I have mine set to reinvest so I can acquire more shares. Not a bad strategy.
Not at all.
I'm not opposed to selling stock position for gains. Slum Village told me not to fall in love with stuff. So we got a junkyard dog and a Slum Village, mentioned on the show. That's why I love our Friday show.
Yeah, man.
Side note, Core, I know you like Little Brother, right?
Yes, indeed.
Did you see their documentary?
Listen, I haven't seen anything. So,
dog, I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, send it to you
when we get off here. They got a documentary.
I'm going to consume the hell out of that.
I know you love Fonte. Fonte is that guy.
Yo, he's in my top 5 rappers. I'm not talking about. He's in my personal top 5 rappers.
All right, Core. Before we end this year out, here's what I gotta get you to do. I'm gonna catch up on these comments, but I want you to think about this if you have to.
Okay. Who
are Corey's top 5 rappers of all time?
I can do.
I know 2 of them. I know Black Thought and Fonte, but
okay.
I want you to give me a second though. Let me answer these comments, then we're gonna get back to that. I want to know who your top 5 are before we get our 2023. Then we're gonna do our giveaway. I need Corey's top 5 rappers. But shout out to Slum Village and Junkyard Dog and Hakeem the African Dream for all getting mentioned tonight. That's a wild show. That Ty's Kitchen even I'll show you how to make your own milk. All right, so I gotta let me go to Ty's Kitchen real quick and subscribe because y'all giving Ty's Kitchen like
y'all giving
all kinds of great reviews. Ty's Conscious Chick-fil-A. Ty's, all right, here's one. Chickpea Burger. Oh, Ty's Kitchen he do numbers too. Alkaline Electric Flatbread. Oh, he making everything from scratch.
Yeah, my man getting busy.
All right, shout out. I just subscribed to his channel. I'm gonna check him out. Shout out to Howie though. Appreciate that. And Kahan gave him a shout out too. So a good quote. Yeah. Hello. That's another clip. Folks gonna be looking for financial assistance. Yeah. If you're able to hold properties, it works out. Las Vegas property has risen like 100%. All right. I mean, absolutely. All right. So who do you think won the Twerk versus Mook battle? So Rich, here's what I'll say. I'm a little biased, right? I've never had the pleasure of meeting Twerk. I've met Mook. That's my guy. So I'm a little biased. Plus Mook a little old school, but Twerk did go crazy. So what I'll say is 2-1 either way. Keep me out of it. 2-1 either way. That's what I say. Keep me out of it, You're
not trying to be involved. Huh?
2-1 either way, man. 2-1 either way. North Carolina rap. Listen, man. Fonte Fonte might be just as good a singer as he is a rapper, though, by the way. All right, so here we go. We got here go Kev's top 3. Yasin Bey, Heavy D, and Steady B.
I ain't mad at that list.
Listen, man. All right, shout out to Steady B, man. Keep your head up. All right, so with that being said, Steady B looked up for my guy Del P, man. So shout out to Steady B. All right, Core, give me your top 5, bro.
You want 5-1 or 1-5?
Give me 5-1. 1 is Black Thought. We know that already.
Okay. All right. So 5 would be Jay-Z.
Okay.
4 would be Fonte.
Okay.
3 would be Rakim.
Okay.
2 would be Yasin Bey.
Okay.
And 1 would be Black Thought.
That's not a bad 5 at all. I can't even argue with you.
And there's a person that is just outside my top 5 that most people don't really listen to, but I love, which is Pharoah Monch.
I think Pharoah Monch, if he wanted to be, is better than everybody. Right?
Pharoah Monch is he's my number 6. Like, and so
there are 2 people, right? There's 2 rappers that I feel like if they really wanted to, like their pen is just somewhere else. They're out of this world and they don't make enough or do it. Like, but I think that Jean Grey and Pharoah Monch are aliens.
They are.
They're not from here. You know what I'm saying? So you have no females in your top 5, bro. Who's your favorite female rapper of all time?
My favorite Queen Latifah, yeah. But that's just me.
So my favorite female rapper of all time is Cyrock.
My rock is from Philly, and she is absolutely fire. And now I regret saying Queen Latifah, but
and she's a supporter of Out of Hood. She supports us.
Yes, sorry, Cyrock. I'm so sorry.
She donated to our camp, but yo, she's amazing.
She is.
She's the greatest. But I'm gonna give you my top 5, Corey. This is difficult for me, man, because it's like 11 people in my top 5.
It is, and I didn't even mention Biggie and all of those.
I know.
Biggie, but he didn't have like Biggie and Tupac were my intro.
You gonna think I'm crazy when I say this? I don't even think Jay-Z make my top 5.
Jay made you see where he was in mine. He was at 5.
I think Nas might be 1 on my list. Okay. Right,
and I will never argue with Nas fans. I'm just not.
I know it's not your thing, right? So what I'm gonna say is there's 3 people right here at the top. So Nas, Black Thought, and Rakim. Right, there's 3. Now I got to figure out who the last 2 are, and this is where it gets difficult because Brad Jordan got to make my top 5 because that's just like my uncle. Like he's been my uncle for my life. Like, he don't know it, but he's been my uncle right? So,
his whole life.
So now I got 1 spot left, and this is where it gets tough. It gets so tough for me because you have Jay-Z, right? But outside of Jay-Z, you got Ice Cube, right? You got Biggie, you got Pac, you got Pun, you got all these people.
You got all these great rappers.
You got the Fontaines, you got. So that last part is difficult for me. Like so, but here's what I'm going to say, and I'm gonna give this brother this 5th spot, right? Only because when I was a kid, you couldn't tell me that he was like my first rap superhero. I was
LL Cool J.
That's exactly what I'm gonna say. I gotta give him his flowers, dog.
He was the first rapper that I ever remembered his whole rhyme.
Dog, I used to think I was LL Cool J. First of all, his name was LL Cool J, right? His name was James. Ladies love Cool James, and I was James. So it was like,
as soon as you said it, I knew exactly what he was talking about.
So it's like I can't not. Oh, see that everybody giving me these names, dog. Now I feel regretful because this Mike Tyson, aka P.
Sean P.
I love Sean P.
He's not a top 5 rapper to me, but I like his content a lot better than some of the. He's savage.
That joint with Jean Grey and Taylor, she definitely blacked out. I think she double parked her spaceship, went into the booth, and jumped back in her spaceship. So Simon says it's absolutely legendary. All right, so let me hurry up and get through these comments because y'all about to set me off. Pharoah Monch and Jean Grey are my top 10. See, I got like another 11 people in my top 10, man, but I'll just leave it at that, man. Y'all mess with Saha, the Prince. Yes, Cyrock is definitely a monster, legendary. The DOC. Yes. I do mess with Saha. Saha can rap his ass off.
He can, but
he got to stay out of the social media nonsense, but he can rap his ass off.
And you know what's crazy? That if I do my top 10, Drake and all the young boys will be in there. All Redman has to make my top 10.
So this is why I have to go with like eras, right? Because if I was able to go like
if you do eras, then it'll be totally
because then it's different, right? Because I can go one era and go Rakim, KRS, Big Daddy
LL Cool J,
LL, Chuck D,
Ice Cube, right? And Chuck D, and
then I can go Pop, Jay, Nas, Biggie. You know what I'm saying? And,
yeah, like that era right there. And then
let's go into the young boys. The young boys, right? Who your favorite young boys? Give me 5 young boys. My favorite young boys. I know you like Ignorant Drake, so
I do. Ignorant Drake is my favorite young boy. Like he's my
only when he gets sassy.
I don't like singing Drake, and I don't even like rapping Drake. But when Ignorant rapping Drake, is out there. Like, he is my favorite.
You like when Drake talk down to people.
I do. I really do.
You like that the elite talk Drake,
Yeah, like when he start talking like y'all can't like the thing is I like it because that's actually his life, right? So it's not like he's talking about something that he don't know about. He's talking about his life. Then you got Cole, you know what I mean? Like because Cole goes absolutely nuts. And I'm not really a fan of the other young boy. What's the
Kendrick?
other one? Like I like Kendrick, but I'm not really like a super fan.
You know what the thing about Kendrick is? I like the idea of Kendrick probably more than his music. I love how he gets low. I love how he don't be in the mess. I love how he don't be on socials. I like the way he moves probably more than his music.
Yeah, but but he's not really one of my favorites. I don't really listen to no other young boys, like, because I don't like you got to start naming them for me to know who they are. Like, so, because once all of them young boys to me start to blend together and sound alike, and so I don't really like. For me, Wayne wouldn't even make my top 20, right?
Wow.
And Wayne is listen to me. Wayne had an era from 2007-6 to about 2011 where he was the hottest rapper on planet Earth.
Wow.
But he doesn't make my personal top 10 because he doesn't make my personal top 10, and he probably wouldn't even make my personal top 20.
It's all subjective, but here's a question for you.
But the thing is, he can rap. I'm not saying he's not a good rapper. He just wouldn't make my personal. Right. You know what I mean?
Let's move on. I want to get this comment. He said Mos Def is the most underrated rapper to me. Who do you think is the most underrated rapper, Core?
Underrated.
Mine would be AZ. And that's just a personal favorite of mine because I think AZ is just as nice as everybody else he came up around with. But he's also one of them dudes that gets low. Like he ain't into the family.
I'm gonna say this, and people probably don't even know who this is, but I think it's Paz the Noose. I think Paz the Noose is
from the Soul.
From De La Soul is probably the most underrated rapper.
Interesting. Redman's be my top 5. That's Jersey bias.
It is, but so what happened is that they were so great as a group for me that he didn't get enough love. Like for me, as a group, like again, you want to talk about top 5s as a group. I would rather listen to them than a lot of groups, right? That a lot more people would like to listen to. Like I listen to De La heavy.
Yeah, I know you do because me and you got in a debate one time where you told me the stakes is high as like a top 3 album of all time
for me,
and I told you, I said, "Yo, you on dope or dog food?" I forgot what the 2 albums.
High for me is a top 3 album, and for me,
no, I get it. But I'm
not trying to put nothing else.
I get it. I just remember
my top 3 albums of all time don't have none of the big name rappers in them. My top 3 albums are Black on Both Sides, which is Mos Def, Stakes is High, and the infamous by Mobb Deep. Those are my favorite.
Somebody go grab Corey at Jansport, dog, and give him his book bag. Like Corey is underground.
What I'm saying is those are my favorite 3 albums, right? I can listen to those albums on repeat 75 times a day, and I will never be bored because I love those albums.
Somebody go get Corey at Jansport, dog. He a backpacker. I want to comment on this real quick. We definitely about to end the show. We about to give our giveaway, but I want to get a couple of these comments and then we're going to get to that. I used to be a DJ. I didn't rock him. I played him begrudgingly. All right, so first off, that's hate. Go watch Rakim at the Apollo. The crowd went crazy, but also I understand kind of why you say that, right? Because Rakim,
he doesn't make dance music. So you as a DJ, why would you?
I know you got soul kind of goes off. You know what I mean? But also hold on though. Rakim changed hip hop. Rakim was the first one to say, "Yo, I'm not rapping like you old dudes. I'm
going to do something totally different."
Yeah, so his monotone style.
He the Steph Curry of rap.
So I get why you would say that.
Steph Curry.
Drake has to drop a real rapping project. Yo, Drake is a playlist artist. You put his Kendrick
just put his top songs in a playlist. Drake gets this.
Lupe. I got nothing bad to say about Lupe just because of Murals by itself. When I heard Murals, I think I almost like flew my car off of Kelly Drive.
I might be one of the 5 people on earth that don't think Murals is a super decent song. I think it's okay.
That's hate. All right,
that's
real
not
quick.
Hate. Wale. It's a good song.
I guess we're talking about Andre Wale. All right, so AZ, yep, yeah. Whoa, we're not dissing Buster. No dissing Buster, yo.
There's no dissing Bust at all. He's just not a favorite.
The Butcher coming, nigga. All right, so we see Redman, most underrated. M and Nicki took his style and sold millions. That is true. You know, it's interesting because I was watching somebody had posted that clip of Redman. They were posting a bunch of clips from his videos back in the day.
And they just literally took parts of his videos and just
no, but not even just that. It's like the comedy he was putting in there, and kind of like I guess he was paying homage, kind of like because the first one was like Biz Markie, who was into that.
Yep, because that was his dude.
Yeah, that was his. Yeah, that was like one of his idols, but never took himself that serious. But he was crazy with it. Yeah, Easy got everything to be a superstar except for interview skills because he does not like coming outside. He an introvert. De La's 2016 album was dope.
It was.
Redman Dares a Dark Side, Docs the Name, Ill at Will Volume 2, and Red Gone Wild Classics. Yo, you didn't even mention Muddy Waters, which I think is the first one.
Yeah, you didn't even get to the nitty or the gritty.
Yeah, all right. So Redman getting his love in here. Shout out to Redman. True indeed. 75K payment. Oh, Simon says, yeah. I think Corey wanted to be signed to Raucous, but Corey, somebody give him a Jansport, dog.
Listen, man. Cool G is dead. Ooh, he's my favorite rapper. Literally. He's my favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Me and Dev got suspended from school because of Cool G Rap. Cool G Rap had a song back in the day. It was called "Talk Like Sex," and we was little kids. We wasn't like.
I know y'all got suspended for singing those lyrics.
No, we was trying to learn the words, and we was on a school trip, and we was singing them out loud. And I never forget
y'all got suspended.
Shout out to my brother Dev, and I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna text him so you remember that we got in trouble for listening to Cool G Rap and saying the "Talk Like Sex" lyrics, man. The one line too was like, change the sheets. You must be kidding. You better change the whole box spread. I ain't like, yo. Shout out to Cool G Rap though. Anyway, he was wilding on that song. Snoop don't give his credit either. He came out all right. So Snoop to me is probably the most popular rapper in the history of rap, maybe outside of Tupac. Like, I got aunts, like old aunts that know who Snoop is, and then I got nieces and nephews that are like little babies who know who Snoop is. Like everybody knows who Snoop is.
Yo, my son watched the Snoop cartoon. Yo, the Snoop cartoon is everything, dog. He rapped through the whole thing.
But listen, though, you got grandparents who know who Snoop is. You know what I'm saying? He runs the gamut. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be that. High tech. Yeah. Time for some action. Master A sitting on Chrome and Slaughterhouse don't get the respect they deserve. Yeah. You're going back to the Marley Marl days.
Yeah, yes. Thank you, Rich, for making sure you capitalize the Doom. You already know. Food is one of my favorite top 10. So I'm a Doom fan. I am. Also, King Ghidorah is one of my favorites too. So what I liked about MF Doom is he was just doing whatever he felt like he wanted to do, right? Even like, the different albums he had under different aliases was like dope to me. That first Alcoholics album was a classic too. Ooh, the Alcoholics. It's the licks, baby. It's the I rock with Matt. Get Corey. Somebody grab Corey a Jansport real quick. All right, listen though. Before we get out of here, I do want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks for kicking it with our last show. We want to do a giveaway, end the year by giving out some Bitcoin. Scarface Tiny Desk. We did like 30 minutes on that last episode. We loved it. Like it's Brad Jordan. He's in my top 5. Always has been, right? And the funny thing is, between the Diary, and I think about this because I go back and forth whether I like the Diary better or the Fix. He got 2 albums to me that are just flawless: the Diary and the Fix. The Fix to me was phenomenal. It kind of got overshadowed by the Jay-Z feature because everybody loved the Jay-Z song, but the whole album was just the song with him and Faith is out of this world. So shout out to Uncle Brad. The first Artifacts tape got all right. So Howie bringing back all the old classics. Yeah, yes. Artifacts. Yeah. Are you talking about Black Tie? Because now Kevin is joking at this point, man. You talking about Black Tie? No, he probably talking about Maxie. Oh, you talking about Maxie? Oh, I think you talking about rap. You talking about Max? Oh yeah, Kev is Maxie's number 1 fan. He probably talking about Maxie. Yeah. What Maxie doing, man? Is probably. Right. So with that being said, here's what we're gonna do, y'all. Let me pull the wheel of names up, right? So for those that may be watching for the first time, we do a giveaway every week. Every week we do a giveaway, and we give away $25 in Bitcoin. It's random. We put your name on the wheel, spin the wheel, and the winner gets the Bitcoin. So if you want to be put into our giveaway, just drop a 1 in the chat.
Mr. Scott. Yeah, he was classic. He was doing dope rap way ahead of. He was way ahead of the curve. Like, in his voice, everything is just like, yeah. Face is dope, dog. Face does like pain rap better than everybody too. Like,
no, him and this is why him and Beans work so well together, because Beans
exactly
does
it. That's exactly. Yes, he does. I was getting ready to say that.
Yeah, that pain rap.
They were supposed to drop an album together called Mac and Brad. It never came out. But like,
yo, that song, man, that song crazy, dog.
Which one? They got a couple.
No,
the one
Mac and Brad. Mac and Brad is my favorite song on the album that got a bunch of my favorites.
Like, you talking about the Beans joint with Look at Me Now on it.
Yeah, man. That album, like, he another rapper that don't get enough love.
That's him.
And then you got the man who say he top 5 dead or alive and who wrecked the whole show is from the Locks. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't even mention him. He gets absolutely.
This is why it's 25 people in my top 10. But Beans really out here lived his raps. I've been in several dice games with Beans, but that's either here nor there. That's for a different pod.
Outside.
That's for a different pod. All right, so let's get the names up here real fast as we end this new year, man. I want everybody to please stay safe out here. And if you haven't checked out our newest pod, check out our newest pod. Yo, but let's get some names up here real fast.
How many of y'all was outside for real in the 90s, man? Like in the late 80s and the 90s? Because those stories is absolutely like, this is why the Greek picnic Jones and all of that, like, those is tame, dog. And I'm gonna tell you for real, those is tame. Because if you was at Philly's Greek picnic, the stuff that they showing at these other Greek picnics, yo, I had to stop going because it was getting too violent for me. And I'm a person who likes violence, but I don't like violence against women. And so, yeah, it was way too much. It was way too much violence against women for me to keep going. Like, I just had to stop going. And so, like when I say, like, because I've been to the Atlanta Freaknik and Greek picnic. I did that when I was 13, 14, 15 years old because my pop is from down there. So I went with my brothers and my cousins and we did all of that. That was tame. The Philly Greek picnic, dog? Absolute chaos, bro. Absolutely the most chaotic thing that I've ever been a part of.
It's because it's something in our water, though. We get off on trying to like just be over the top, just extra with everything. It's everything.
So chaotic, dog. Like, it was absolutely the most chaotic thing that I've ever been a part of. Like, and I've been a part of some absolutely crazy stuff, but like, I was uncomfortable at the Greek picnic. That's not something that I'm rarely uncomfortable. But seeing all of that made me uncomfortable. And I was a young boy. So, I was all in the wildest of my wildest stages. And if that made me that uncomfortable at that young age, that'll tell you how absolutely chaotic and wild it was.
Yeah, it was definitely Dr. Chaz. I'm putting the names up here, y'all, as Corey talks about that.
Yeah, so like
Lance and K. Diggy.
I was outside for Freaknik. I was a young boy. Like I said, I was 13, 14 years old going to Freaknik. I still got the Freaknik shirts. I hide them. I still got them. I can't wear none of them because I was 7 sizes smaller. But I still got all the shirts. I got all the shirts from like 94 to 97 before they really start changing the traffic and making it so you couldn't.
Lorraine said she was never outside. You understand that?
Listen, and I'm not mad at people that was never outside. I'm just,
Look, Howie said he was in corner stores waiting on his turn to arcade and getting chased for his BMX bike.
Yo, I had my bike stolen twice, dog. So I'm not proud of that, but yo, the first time my mom snapped on me. And then the second time she didn't get a chance to snap because I bought it myself. But
all right, who else we got? He said Philly known because Philly just got to go over the top with everything, man. We got to prove that
we most.
We just do too much.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
You wasn't outside of Freaknik. It was super wild too. Freaknik was like a walking sexual assault. All right, I got Chaz on here.
It was, and that's why I said it made me. The Philly Freaknik made me so uncomfortable. I had to stop going. Like it was just, it was just too much.
Talking about the Greek.
Yeah, man. It was
just, actually said you're gonna pass your shirts down to your oldest son.
That's gonna be a no.
He was on the porch.
He was 10. And listen,
yeah,
I wasn't much older than that time, but again, my uncles. So what's crazy is I started going to strip clubs when I was like 13. And he was like, how the hell you get in a strip club when you was 13? Well, my uncles, they were bouncers. And so, man, it was my life is a
yo, Kevin's out of control. I'm not reading this, but I'll put it on the screen. Kevin's out of control. So I take it you like you got to deal with that some other time. You're like, go ahead, take the bite.
It's yours, though.
Yeah, it's yours. Out of control. All right, Monique said she was outside the reggae clubs.
That's also another wild scene.
Shout out to the upper deck. You know what I'm saying? Germantown and Shelton.
I watched AI get his chain snatched in there. That was an absolutely chaotic night.
I used to go in that joint, and I ain't gonna front part of it because they had them fire ass wings in that joint.
Man, all of the ducky spots had fire wings because the joint at Broughton Erie had the craziest fire wings. The joint at 58th and Kinsesson, that was another reggae. Man, listen, I can tell you what all of the spots.
Right, look what Lance said. Lance said I was outside adjacent. You won't catch me in no mess, but my teacup stay ready.
She saw all the ratchets. She just never partook.
All right, let me read these names out real quick. If I'm missing anybody, please let me know because I want to make sure that everybody gets represented on the wheel. We got 21 names on the wheel this evening. We have Jose, Brittany, Monique, Satisfying Ward, Rochelle, Pascal, Kahan, Rich, Dave, Roscoe, Champ, LA Sound, Ray Lead the Way, Ashley, Kev, Chaz, Lance, K. Diggy, Sam, Cheating Ass, V Don, and Lorraine. Am I missing anyone? If so, let me know in the chat. Most of you guys are regulars, but if you're not a regular, understand that once you win, let us know you're still here. And if you're still here, get us your cash tag and you will get the chicken. All right, let's just see real fast. I think that's everybody. Let me know. I'll give you about 30 seconds and then, we can get this thing moving. But listen, man, this has been an amazing year for us. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you check out our most recent pod about ETFs. It's a good pod. More pods on the way. More everything on the way, man. And definitely
that Reach class is coming.
Yeah, man. While I was waiting on my turn from the machine, a bag of Bravos and a pack of Jolly Joes did me good. LA Sal says, good luck to everybody. Yeah, absolutely, man. So let's get ready to spin. Brianna, you don't want on the wheel? Appreciate you.
Get on the wheel. The glue. I'll be giving you a phone call. Look for my call, Brianna, because I need some secret shopper advice.
Yeah, we got to get. Brianna teaches a class in our MDC group on secret shopping.
I need some advice though, like because I'm stuck, so I need some advice.
So Corey trying to go outside and
oh yeah, I'm trying to get paid to be outside. Yeah, I'm not trying to be outside without getting paid. I'm trying to get paid to be outside.
Heard that. Uh-oh. Here we go. Mystery shopping first Wednesday, Forex third Wednesday, right? So there you go. Brianna gonna show you how she got all her bags. She take her mystery shopping money and she trades Forex. Grant class once a quarter.
I'm gonna be sitting in Brianna's living room because she got all of the stuff we need.
Yo, here's something crazy though, right? I got reached out. I got a couple universities reached out to me, right? So I taught a class a couple weeks ago. December 8th it was. I taught a continuing education class for a bunch of appraisers in Pennsylvania, and I was all the way out in the county somewhere. So the state, gave me the right to teach for credit hours. But after that, I got reached out from a couple different universities. One of them I did a guest lecture with already, which was Thomas Jefferson University. But I got reached out by a couple universities locally about asking me, could I take that class I taught and turn it into a full semester's class to do like an adjunct type thing. And I was like, you know what? I might do that in 2024. if for nothing else, just to change my name on social media to Professor.
Professor Jimmy Williams.
I want to make people call me Professor. But here's something that I was thinking about, and once I get off here, I'm gonna call our brother I killed too, because I was thinking about this, like, yo, but I don't want to do it at a regular school, because the schools that reach out to me are PWIs. I want an HBCU to do it. Anybody got a connection to HBCU? Let me know, because I would rather take it there. Because it's not about the money, because adjuncts don't make no bread anyway.
None.
You know what I'm saying?
Adjunct teaching for a couple schools, because she teaches English as a second language, and that was those checks was trash. I'm just gonna keep it aside.
Yeah, them adjunct, they ain't paying no bread anyway. So I want to do it for the sake of doing it, but I'm looking for HBCU. So if anybody know HBCU, let me know if they're looking for any sort of coursework. I got that, because I've already started writing up the outline just to see what that process is like. But I was sitting there thinking about it, like, I want to go to a HBCU. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get ready to spin. We appreciate y'all. Make sure I ain't got Jamal's name on here twice, man, because he been following Don. So to make sure I ain't got his name on there twice. Jamal, what new YouTube you got for me, bro? I gave a couple YouTube recommendations out this show. It would definitely be exposure, not money. Yeah, there you go. That too.
Precious gets paid. Squidda.
Check out the Jake Tran video on
on the chick on the Kathy Woods.
Yeah, on Kathy Woods. That was crazy. What else I watched on YouTube this week? You said Professor Blueprint mic drop. There we go. K Diggy, that's where I'm going. Matter of fact, that's where I'm taking my talents right there. He said he knows a school called FDMG.
Edward Douglas Marcus Garvey School. Let's go.
I'm taking my talents to FDMG.
Hey, listen, how about this? I would go there over a lot of places.
I'm taking my talents to FDMG. Matter of fact, I'm about to put that in my bio now, man. FDMG scholar, man. FDMG professor, man. Yo, shout out to y'all can say what y'all want about Umar, dog, but Umar has the ability to just like stay in whether it's hate, love. I could not go on my Twitter this week and not see him because of his appearance on the Joe
My
Budden
wife was
podcast.
telling me that he was all over the job.
He is all over social just with some of his comments, right? So he knows how to get attention. He should go into marketing, man. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, and the crazy part is he out here talking about this bunny crisis, and it's not even a real thing, bro. Statistically speaking, more than 90% of black men marry black women.
Yep.
But where's the snow bunny crisis come from? It's not even a thing. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get to spinning, y'all. Oh, we got one more person to come in. You just made the cut because we are getting ready to spin. All right, but here we go. Everybody a chance. This is the last one of 2023. And, next time you'll see us will be in 20. You must be talking about Joey Merlino. The funny thing is I've been watching that for several weeks just to see, because he's a compulsive gambler, and some of the stuff that, he be putting out there just be wild. But
Joey Merlino tried to take over the corners that we had when we was young boys.
Listen, Joey really be out. Yeah, Joey is Joey, man. So shout to Joey Merlino, man. I met him a couple times in the city.
And the crazy is he
used to be at Stanton, Washington.
Senior and junior. Like skinny is junior.
Chucky Merlino was his pop. Shout out to Chucky. Rest in peace. But he used to be at Stanton and Washington at the State Joint all the time. He said Umar just be rapping. So here's the thing, Diamond Dave. I'll say this, right? Umar knows. I got you, Sakina. Umar knows how to get attention. But one of the things that Umar, and this is from someone who's in Philly on the ground, Umar actually does work. He actually does work. I know several families that he's helped through his
actual busy
through the whole aspect of helping them with the whole ADHD thing. But I think what happened was he kind of went away from that when he realized talking like current events and certain politics put him on a platform. But he put work in. I'll never take that away from him. But I was laughing at the fact that he knows how to get attention. I don't see how you can be a Howard alumnus and marry a gray dude. What are you talking about? Who did that? I want to know who did that. All right, Sakina, let me put Sakina here. But who did that? Kev, who you talking about? You talking about somebody?
Yeah.
I don't know who you talking about. So I'm gonna chill. He should just do a one-man show. People will pay money. Listen, go to his YouTube channel. Unrelated to this class, but I saw Princess Love is like the only black woman in the big poker tournament. She gets busy. Oh, all right. No comment. I see what you're saying. That all right. So that's because all right. Let me.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do our spin now, y'all. Good luck to everybody. Happy New Year. Don't forget to check out our pod. Make sure you subscribe. Like, do all the YouTubing and stuff. Share. We appreciate it. But Kev, what I'll say is the boy is a banker. And look up what was his name? The boy that was the politician that she was with before, and some of those rumors. But I'm gonna stay away from that, Kev. Kev trying to get me in trouble. Let's get a spin, y'all.
he trying to have the 3-letter dudes on your ass.
Our last winner is Ashley. Ashley, are you here?
Congrats, Ashley.
Drop the link to the YouTube. You talking about our YouTube, or Umar's YouTube? Which one you talking about? Talking about our YouTube or Umar's YouTube? But what I will say is this though: shout out to Ashley. She's in the building. Ashley is my partner in memes. Champ says congratulations.
He said my partner in memes.
Yeah. I'm gonna let Ashley live though. I'm gonna let her live in public. You know, she's a classy lady, but the memes is crazy. That's just, I'm gonna leave. Ashley, I'm gonna let you live though. I ain't gonna say nothing. But congrats. Oh, our YouTube, I definitely will do that. So our YouTube is youtube.com/bythehood. That is our page there. I will put it in the chat to make sure everybody subscribes, because next year our goal is to get to 10K next year.
Also, and tell a friend to tell a friend.
Make sure you also subscribe to our brother Diamond Dave, who was in the chat. Diamond Dave is one of the best on YouTube. Diamond Dave dropped a video. I talked about it last show, but I went because I didn't finish it when we did our last show, but I went and finished it. And he was talking about where the true power resides and talking about Kanye moving product versus people being able to have true power. That video was phenomenal. I left a comment on it and everything. Like, it was just a dope video. So shout out to Dave. He's one of the best on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to his channel. We're trying to make sure we get his channel up there next year. Next year, we're trying to get our channel, Diamond Dave. Building Bread's another one of my brothers who's doing stuff on YouTube. Of course, Kamari. We try and get all of our people to get up on the channel. Monique, you subscribed already. We appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe to Diamond Dave too. It's his channel right here. So make sure you are subscribed to Diamond Dave as well. You already know Dave. Happy New Year to everybody. Check out the pod. If you're in the MDC, we'll have a class. We got to figure out the class thing. We didn't have our class this past week because it was Christmas. Nobody was going to make it. So we'll figure out. And I know Monday is New Year. So maybe during the course of the week, we'll jump on a class. The reclass is coming in January. Congrats to Ashley winning the last one. Ash, shoot me a message. I know I already got your cash tag. I just don't want to forget to send it. So I want a notification on my phone. So say, yo, send me my bread and I got you. Shout out to Kev too, man. Kev actually created a t-shirt for our store. So I want to make sure, although Kev was in the comments talking crazy, Kev did hook us up with a t-shirt that I thought was funny.
That Get Chicken t-shirt is everything.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny. I'm going to show y'all real quick before we get out of here. Kev created a t-shirt for us, the Get Chicken t-shirt for our store. That I thought was funny, man. And shout out to our store, man. Get you a Bitcoin t-shirt.
Sets of Die Trying, baby.
Yeah. I got that on. I got one on there right now. Stack sets of Die Trying, but that's either here nor there. But let me show real quick, Cordis. I
got the shirt on for our brother that we was talking about last week, and that's from our guy from Connecticut.
All right, so here's a shirt. This shirt was created by Kev, who's in the comments. Says Get Chicken. I thought it was funny. So we got the Get Chicken hoodies on our in our shop. You can get that right in our YouTube channel. But I thought that was pretty funny. So shout out to Kev, man, for making the Get Chicken shirt, man. More merch coming soon, though. But Happy New Year to everybody. We appreciate it. I'm bringing content to my channel. There you go. So subscribe to Chaz's channel.
I'll be calling you too, Chaz, because I need to get on them surveys too. Like I'm about to be everywhere. I'm about to be everywhere and nowhere at once.
I heard that. You got to put us down with the surveys, Chaz. All right, so be safe to everyone. Happy New Year. It comes from K Diggy. You guys, enjoy your New Year. Please stay safe. Check out the pod. We will see you guys next year. We love y'all. You know, and we will see you next year, man. That's all I got for y'all, man. You know, also follow my personal page because I'm about to drop some memes right now. I got some memes I'm about to drop right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go to the folder of this is questionable. Should I drop this?
Do the questionable memes.
But I don't know about that, dog. I don't know about that.
Listen, Jim. Listen, Jim.
In case somebody got an HBCU connect, I ain't trying to mess that up.
You already got my blessing, dog. Go get it. Go get it.
I don't want to drop too many of my anti-6F memes. But anyway, listen, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Have a safe one. We love y'all. Happy New Year. Peace.